Fellas, it was recently reported that Mark Henry's contract was coming to an end with AEW. We made a video about it, and just today, another report came out saying that there are more contracts coming to an end in AEW. The roster is frustrated, and it looks like we weren't the only people in belief that Mark Henry should just be one of the guys who leave AEW, because on the comment section of that video, we got a comment that stated, and this is from Be Patient 888, got to give him a shout out. He said, at the 5-year mark, it's about time that AEW shed those contracts for talents in which they have no further use. Mark Henry, Big Show, Danhausen, Ricky Starks, who apparently is not going to resign, so he has been removed from TV, Miro, Iron Savages, Dark Order, ooh, that's a tough one, most of the Ring of Honor, and Warlow. The roster was too bloated, and they clearly have worked out their rotation. Now, there's a lot of names here, fellas. We already spoke about Mark Henry. Personally, I think he's one of the guys who should get out of there, man. They didn't even put him in AEW Fight Forever, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
Big Show, he came in to be like an announcer. They got rid of AEW Dark, and I don't think we've seen Big Show since. So let's go ahead and start after that. Danhausen. Kiddo, are you a fan of Danhausen? I know you
Uh,
watch some independent wrestling. Is he one of the guys who kind of clicked on your radar?
no, I mean, I seen him in Ring of Honor right before, or a year or two before he came to AEW, and well, I don't like Orange Cassidy, and I think that should tell you everything you need to know about my feelings on Danhausen because I kind of put him in the same, I guess, yeah, placement. To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I know some people are gonna be angry about that, but that's just how I feel. Now, I might like him better than Orange Cassidy because I think he's more self-aware and he's, I don't know, like he's in the right place wherever he goes. He's not, winning 10,000 championships, main eventing shows or like doing crazy matches. He knows exactly what he is, so I respect that actually. But I mean, what else can you do in AEW? I remember him like cursing Hook or something like that. He has had a couple of segments, but even his debut was like kind of under the radar too. Like it was especially because when he debuted, there was like 10,000 other debuts that were happening around him before and after. So yeah, I don't know. Look, you could find a use for Danhausen, but the fact is he's been off of TV for so long and ever since he came in, he basically did nothing. So yeah, uh,
Yeah. He got injured pretty soon after he came in, and I don't think he's really been back on since. I met him at an AEW show. Very good guy, but I don't know if AEW is the right place for him. I think WWE could get more use out of him in special comedy spots or whatever, but I mean, then at that point, he's being used the same way he is in AEW. So I'm going to go ahead and give the next one to our WWE boy, Brian. What do you think about Ricky Starks? Should he be in AEW or should they just let him loose?
Oh no, definitely let him loose. I think that he has a spot waiting for him at NXT, and that's no pun intended. I just don't think that he is a main roster guy yet. I think that there is some work that they can still do with him. Not that I'm not saying that he'll never be a main roster guy. I definitely think he has the potential to. I just think that right now NXT is the best place for him to really embrace the character, learn his character a little bit more before he gets there. Because I think his ceiling is U.S. title. I don't even think Intercontinental, where that title is right now. I just think it's more U.S. title than anything else. So it's just a matter of just putting that work in down at NXT and then getting brought up sort of. It can't be like Jade. It can't be like Jade because Jade she wasn't shown on NXT. It was kind of like, all right, we got her, but y'all don't know when she's coming. But Ricky, he
Yeah.
definitely got some work to do. I just hope that he doesn't pan out like a Alexis King. I feel like he's cooled off a lot since
yeah.
last we heard that he moved to NXT from AEW.
Yeah, and another thing, Ricky Starks, I think he might think he's too big for NXT. I don't think he's going to like it if they try to bring him in and put him on NXT
Oh yeah.
because he's already been on that big stage in AEW. So to move down to NXT, I mean, Lexus King, he's a different story because
Mm-hmm.
he's still been a young guy. I don't think he didn't figure out what he was yet. He was a cheerleader in AEW, but I think Ricky Starks feels like he knows his character, but it's too vanilla midget rock, and I don't know if Triple H is going to like that. So I think NXT would be the perfect spot for him, but I don't think he thinks NXT would be the perfect spot for him. I'll
Team him
take the
up with
next
LA
one.
Knight, man. Team him up with LA Knight. There
Team
you
him
go.
up.
You got.
He's not going to like that. I don't think he liked teaming with
No, I'm just joking.
what's his name? Big Will, Big Bill. I didn't think he liked
Yeah,
teaming with Big Bill.
Yeah,
Big
no.
Willie.
Yeah, I'm going to take the next one with Miro. Now, when Miro came into AEW, I thought it was like finally, Rusev was on fire in WWE. Now he's finally going to get to take his spot in AEW. And when they actually used him, he was good. Not the best man stuff. When he was doing the Redeemer gimmick and he had the TNT Championship with the green for his Bulgarian flag, I thought that was the perfect place for Rusev. And they had the thing with him where he was like an unstoppable monster, but he kind of had his poison, and it was his neck. He's like,
Yeah.
I've been forbidden. I got this weakness in my neck, and that's how people kind of got around it and beat him. So I loved what they were doing, but it's like I don't know what it was. I think they said he denied, like he refused to take a loss, and ever since then, Tony Khan was like, okay, cancel Christmas on this guy. So I don't know if Triple H would like Rusev, but I think they should bring him back in WWE and give him a good spot. I don't know how old he is right now, but he's got to be coming up on that time where it's getting too late. So I think they do need to let him go, and I hope WWE picks him up. Just do something better with him than you're doing with Andrade right now, because he's cooked. No matter
There you
where
go.
Andrade
Yeah, I
goes, he
agree.
seems to be
I
cooked.
think he's
agree.
in the same territory. That's what I wanted to say too.
Yeah, I agree. But Kendall, who in the hell are the Iron Savages?
I think they are Bear Country, formerly known as Bear Country. Two big
Oh,
dudes. Yeah, and well, I just remembered them having a couple of matches, maybe on Dynamite. They were always on like Dark and whatever, and
mhm.
I felt like when I first saw them, like, oh, they might become something big here, or like AEW is gonna push these guys. At least they're gonna be at the scene of the tag team titles. But man, no. Just a month or two later, I saw them basically go back to Dark, like after appearing at the big shows, and that was it. That was it. They changed their name shortly after that too, and that was it, man. I don't know what they've been doing after that. Are they even wrestling outside of WWE? Are they even wrestling at all? Are they still wrestlers? I'm not sure. So, um, I guess they botched and stuff. I don't want to say that, but I do remember like seeing stuff like that too. Like I think they botched a couple of things and stuff like that. I guess
Yeah.
they're not that good in the ring. I don't know. They didn't have a crazy amount of mic work either. Bear Country is a cool name, but that was about it when it came to them. So I think,
Yeah.
uh, well, they're just another pair of people who are not being used at all. So it's best, I think, if they seek opportunities or change themselves in different places.
Yeah. To me, I think they just come off like the Creed brothers, just generic tag team
Right.
guys. Creed brothers may be better wrestlers, but I just feel like they're just too generic. So, Bear Country, like you said, cool name, but I think that's where it stops.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw it back to our WWE boy, and I'm actually gonna jump the board. Brian, you never
Okay.
denied being a WWE boy. You just take it.
I'm a WWE boy, bro.
Wow,
All
dude.
right, well, we're gonna throw Warlow to you. You think
Ooh.
Warlow is being utilized as he should in AEW, and do you think he would actually work better in WWE?
Um, I don't know, man. I feel like he's too damaged for like from
Ooh,
AEW. Like I feel like they've
okay.
done too much to hurt him. I don't know if he would have that same pop that you see like people like Jade, Cody had. Like I don't know, man. It's tough to say with Wardlow. I think he reminds me of like a little bit of Triple H, a little bit like the wrestling style, but like I just don't know if he has it, man. But he definitely is like I feel like WWE is missing a guy like that. Like
Hmm.
I think Braun Breaker reminds me of that look a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I feel like they're missing like an established guy. Like Braun Breaker is not yet established, and I think he's on the
Hmm.
way there. So
I agree.
that's the comparison that I can put like two and two together for. So I mean, I think he would do better in WWE, but I don't know, man. It's tough. He would be like modern day Ryback that could actually wrestle.
Oh, I don't know. I think he got more potential than the Ryback, because Ryback was ugly, and Warlow, he's a pretty man. So I think WWE would appreciate that, and they would put him in a better spot. But I don't know, man. I think he would thrive in WWE. I think if they brought him in, they should do something where like people are just getting randomly laid out, and then one day during the pay per view, some man in the mask comes out beating somebody up, and he stands in the middle of the
Another
ring, takes
mask.
the mask off. I think he'll get a pretty big pop. I think that'll be a big surprise. Like if you don't expect it to be Warlow and it's Warlow, I think people will
For sure.
really
That
take
would be
well to
dope.
it.
People will love it, but I don't think WWE will do it because it's gonna be another Jade Cargill situation. Warlow
Yeah.
needs work in the ring. Like he needs
You
to
think so? I
learn.
think he's really good. I think for a big man, he is really good. I love his finisher. Like he doesn't really do it anymore, but the knee finisher in the corner, brutal,
To be fair, one of my
brutal.
favorite AW matches is him with Cody in the steel cage.
Steel
So
cage.
he
Yeah.
can pull it off.
Yeah.
I think he has potential. He just, like you said, he needs to tighten up a few of those bolts, and I
Yeah,
think he
yeah.
can get to it. But I wanted to skip Dark Order and come back to them because these are AEW homegrown guys.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
During the pandemic, they were holding it down with Brody Lee. I think that was actually their peak because they were like goofballs, Three Stooges type guys. But
Yeah.
I think Brody Lee made them look really good. And unfortunately, after
Mm,
Brody Lee, flatlined. They never
exactly.
been like really anything since. So I think it would be kind of a dark cut if if AEW let Dark Order go, just because it's kind of who else is left from the beginning.
Not many
Fair
people
enough.
like the small bald. I mean, even in Dark Order, like a whole lot of Dark Order members left too. So,
Yeah. I think they just fired Stu Grayson or his contract run up and he got released for the second time. So
oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, I think if the Dark Order goes, that's like kind of original AEW. And Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, guys like that, Darby Allin. But I don't know. I just feel like on the undercard, we had like Jimmy Havoc, that was his name, right?
Mhm.
Joey
Yeah.
Janela. I would
Mm.
put Dark Order in there with the guys like them. And if they get cut, yeah, there's original AEW. But there are a lot more wrestlers on this roster that probably need to be kind of cut loose. Kiddo, should we talk about them now, or do you think we should come back in another video? Because I
I
don't know where
think
we are.
no, we should ask the comment section if you guys want us to like review the roster, see who else might need a change of scenery. Let us know because oh my god, I mean yeah, show them the roster right here. Like there is so many people, and
We can
some of
go
them,
through the whole roster if y'all
Yeah.
want.
yeah, you probably never seen some of them ever before. So yeah,
But let us know in the comment section if y'all want to see that video. Thank y'all for tuning into this one. Drop a like on it. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And kiss those
oh
rings
yeah.
that are coming soon.